Austin Ekeler finished RB1 last year, 204 rush attempts, 915 yards on the ground, 13 touchdowns, 107 receptions, 127 targets, 722 yards through the air, and 5 touchdowns through the air. Thoughts on Austin Ekeler?
Austin Ekeler he's a top 3 back, right? I mean, we saw it last year, finished as RB1. He's in contention to finish RB1 again this year, right? So he's a smash. He's a smash, yes. And for whatever reason, he's going, I guess, in single quarterbacks, right? He's going kind of middle to back end of the first round. In super flex drafts, he's going the back end of the second round, top end of the third in most cases, depending on kind of how your draft board's falling. So, in a super flex format, I really, really like the idea of, if you're sitting in the 3 hole, you can start with a combination of Joe Burrow, or Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, whatever your flavor is there, assuming that Mahomes and Josh Allen are gone, and then turn around and follow that up with Austin Ekeler in the second. I like that a lot. You can go receiver in the 3rd round as you kind of get that flip and start to build yourself out a nice little nucleus. But he has been very consistent and very valuable to fantasy teams here over the last 3 seasons. So lots and lots of receptions out of the backfield, which drastically help in half point and full point PPRs. And he falls into the end zone, so it's not just catches. So you can draft him and rest assured that you have a high class RB1 with the potential of finishing as overall RB1 by the time the season's over.
Yeah, I think he'll do really, really well for you, right? And he's coming off the board as that second running back, and you've seen that pretty consistently here, where it's Christian McCaffrey, Austin Ekeler, Bijan Robinson, kind of RB 1, 2, 3 right off the board, pretty consistently in almost every draft that I've seen as far as running backs go. And for those folks that stuck with Austin Ekeler, right? Like, there was a lot of panic through the first 3 weeks last year, right? Like, people were losing their mind because they drafted Austin Ekeler very early and had an RB3 finish, an RB2 finish, RB3 finish. Like, it was one of those that going into week 4, there was a lot of kind of doubt starting to seek in, like, what do I do? Can I move this guy? What can I get? And for those managers that either stuck with him or traded, bought low kind of thing, it certainly paid off for you, where he just went on a tear to finish off the season. But you spoke a little bit ago about, he has a nose for the end zone. No player has scored more touchdowns in the last 2 seasons than Austin Ekeler, right? In 2 seasons ago, he had 20 touchdowns. He had 18 touchdowns combined last season. Like, the guy just finds a way to get into the end zone, and his passing work just absolutely puts up points for you in those PPR and half PPR formats, and can absolutely just, get the job done for you, putting up points left, right, and center. So Austin Ekeler is a guy that I really enjoy when I've got him on my rosters, and the way that I'm able to round out a team on that one. So he's a guy that if he's on the board there, there's a pretty good chance that I'm going to hit the smash yes button and put him on my roster there. Because I think you're right. I think this is one of those that we will see him get a ton of run, and I think Kellen Moore will make this offense even a little bit more electric than it has been.